I guess this is what they call arriving fashionably late.
Hey, what's up my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Fans Toys Jester. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Let me move him off to the side because we have a large box here. So right up front there, you can see Jester all like, hey buddy, and here we have the full combined mode of Etherion. We have the aerial bots in their alt mode, some lovely artwork, FT30, FT30E. On this side we have Etherion and Jester. On this side we have Etherion. On the bottom, nothing. Up top we have Etherion, all like, ah! That's what he's doing. On the back of the box, we have some obligatory product shots, and we do have, as usual, the lengthy bio. If you want to read it, I'll try to get the glare out of the way. You can read that on your own time. Hooray for reading. That's basically it for the packaging. We also get some collector's cards. We get a card for Jester. On the back, again, we have that bio in the smallest type ever. It's so small. And text specs if that interests you. And we have a card for the full combined mode of Etherion. And again, the smallest type ever. My god. And text specs if that interests you. Hooray for cards. So here is everything that is in that big box. We get Jester and his accessories, along with everything we need to combine our aerial bots into Superion, or in this case, Etherion. We have the torso, we have feet, we have hands, we have the big old gun, we have optional noggin parts for the combined mode head. Lots of stuff to cover here, so this is how I'm going to do it. In this video, we're only going to focus on Jester. This video is just going to be about him, and then we'll do videos on the other stuff. So I'm going to do a separate video on the combined mode parts because all this does its own thing, so I'm going to show that off in its own video. I'm going to do a JTI on getting all of the aerial bots into their combined modes because since we weren't shown how to do that from the get-go, we have to do this now at the end. So there'll be a JTI video for that. And then we'll do the grand finale video where we combine them all and take a full look at Etherion. So that's the way it's going to work, and that's the way I feel will work best, so you guys don't have to sit through a 2-hour-long video that you're going to skip through 90% of anyway. Granted, you'll probably skip through most of those videos anyway, but still, I think this is the best course of action, so let's move on. Then moving right along, here we have Jester, and this is the final component of Fans Toys Etherion, their Superion, and this is their take on G1 Slingshot. And another nicely done figure here in their aerial bot line, but let's get in close here so we can take a look not at that belly, at that noggin. Whoop, there it is. And a nicely done slingshotty head sculpt there. He's got that just orange noggin there. He's got his gold goggles on. But yeah, nice and slingshotty. You got some transparent plastic here on the chest. Some nice metallic red. And the white. And the white, as always, is not like a white. It's like a nice kind of pearlescent white, which I do personally appreciate. Overall, good looking bot. Again, just going for that cartoon look, so, you know, a lot of smooth panels here. I know that aggravates people to no end, some people to no end anyway, but I still think it looks quite good. Got his toesies here. I believe his toes are die-cast. And move the back. A little backpack going on. This does seem kind of messy, but this is accurate to his animation model, so, you know, it looks messy, but it's supposed to be messy, I guess, but, you know. All in all, though, still the typical kind of aerial bot backpack going on there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty good-looking slingshot. Now, articulation-wise, what have we got? I'm going to tell you. So the head can look up. You can do total squirrel. You can look down. Well, if you engage that joint, you can look down all kinds of looking down. That's all kinds of looking down. But as far as the actual neck joint itself, you don't get too much downward movement. Head can do a full 360. Arms can do a full 360. Move in and out. Got your bicep rotation. 90 degrees bend there at the elbow. We do have some posable fingies here. As usual, the thumb is on a ball joint at the base. Each finger is on a hinge at the base and a hinge there. So we got some nice posable fingies, wrist rotation as well. We do have waist rotation, not a lot. You can see the rotational joint like right under the waistline there. And you don't get too much rotation there. It's pretty much it unless I'm missing something. As far as the leg movement goes, we can move these panels out of the way. Legs. And go forward, about that far, back, about that far before things just get in the way. Outward, he can almost do the full splits. He's right at the cusp of the full splits. You got thigh rotation. You have 90 degrees of bend there at the knee as far as the feet. They can't move up. The toes can move down as well as the heel if you needed to. And you have ankle tiltage. Lots of it. There's more. Now as far as accessories go, we get a pair of double barreled blasters here. They're both exactly the same, but nicely done set of blasters here. You get that, and you also get an optional face, and that's pretty much what you get with Jester. And of course he can wield his weapons, and it's the typical tab in the slot of the palm method of weapon holding, and he holds nice and secure, and he can pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang, and all of that good stuff right there. And you do have noggin options. You have that swappable face there, and to swap the face, just kind of get up under his chin here and pop his face off, put the new face on, get all that closed up, and there you go. Now he's happy. Yay! And another thing you get with Jester are replacement parts, because if we remember, Viper here, his crotch panels originally just had a totally clear piece on them. When they're not supposed to be clear, they are supposed to be blue. So Jester comes with the proper blue crotch pieces here, and these are very easy to swap out. You just gotta get your nail in there, just pop it out, and just pop the new piece in. Also be mindful of your orientation. There's the right way to put it in, but there you go, just snap that in, and there you go. Now he has a correctly colored crotch. Hooray for correctly colored crotches. That's a tongue twister. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with the Zeta Toys Slingshots. You can see how that works out. And again, the Zeta Toys versions are going more for the toy deco, the toy look. These are going more for the cartoon look. So we have, different aesthetics here. Hey, different strokes for different folks. And we have G1 Slingshot because he's precious. He is oh so tiny, yet oh so precious. And here he is with MP44 Prime. So you can see how that works out. And at long last, we finally have all of our aerial bots together. We finally got the band back together, but yeah, they look fantastic in my opinion. Absolutely fantastic. A great looking set here. So there you go. So that is basically it for the robot mode. I think it looks pretty good for the most part, but let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. So the first thing we're going to do is work on the armular region. If you've messed with any of these aerial bots, you pretty much know how this is going to work. All the arms transform the same way. Take this panel, open it up, flip the hand in, close that up. You're going to open up the shoulder panel and compress this up, then close up that panel, and then take the arm here and compress. This is a little tighter. Compress! Do it! Compress, I said. There we go. Jeez. That one was fight you a little bit. And second verse, guess what? Just like the first. Open that up. Flip. Close. Open. Flip. Close. Close. And compress. Why are you fighting me now? Come on. There we go. Jeez. And there you go. We got that done. And now just raise your arms up, get them out of the way so you can undo these little locking panels right here. You can now open up the chest. You're going to take all this and just extend it outward Then you can bring the arm down. What you're going to do, you're going to take this whole assembly here, push it forward, rotate it in, slide it out, rotate it in, and then slide it up, and voila. Second verse, guess what? Just like the first. Slide down, rotate, slide out, rotate, and slide up. And there you go. And once that is done, you can then just take this chest panel, close it up, lock these back into place, and just bring his head back up, and you got that done. So now we're going to work on the legular region, so we can just kind of lift this up, get this out of our way so we can see what we're doing. You're going to take the heel and rotate that all the way in, take the toes, and flip those up. You have this little locking tab right here. We're going to undo, and you're going to compress the leg all the way up, and then close that back up. Once you've done that, open up this panel, and just compress the leg in. Just fold all that in like so. Close that panel back up, and that is good to go. Second verse, just like the first. So flip, flip, open, compress, close, open, compress, compress, close, and there you go. Once you have both sides done, take the two halves and tab them together, and we got that section all done. So now we're going to start working on the backpack. So take this section of the cockpit and just open it up and bring it back. You're then going to take this whole section here and just bring it forward enough so you can angle it up. Then open up this panel here, and now you bring this all down. There are tab slots right there. Just drop that in and close that panel up to hide his face. And you got that. And now you want to undo these side sections here. They're on double hinge. Just bring them out to either side, like so. And then you're just going to unfold all of this. Get this flipped out. And just unfold all that. The tail fin here, you just bring these sections back. They'll just peg in, peg in. So at this point now we can close up that cockpit. Now we're going to come here to the wings. So we're going to rotate the wing down at this joint right here. It tabs in right there, so just untab it and start rotating it down. This hinge is quite snug, but get it swung around. You do have to make sure that this is all nice and flush. So do what you can to get it nice and flush. There we go. I think we got it. I think we got it. There we go. A little too much. A little too proud there. There we go. So now you just want to rotate the wing up. You got a little tab that'll go in here. Tab slot there. So just bring that up and over. And just get that all in place like that. Second verse, guess what? Just like the first. So untab. Rotate this down. This one's a little looser. There we go. Bring that up and over, and tab that in. And there, you got your wings done. So now we can raise all of this up because we need to get under here. Take these sections, they're on double hinge, and just make sure you bring those all the way out. So now it's time to get all of this situated. Now this part is a little tricky. So what we need to happen here is we need to have the wings come forward and down. Bring this back, and can't bring it all the way down yet. What we need to happen is we need to have these tabs end up underneath the wings. So push this down, and we have to kind of flex things around, and I'm not a fan of that, but it kind of just has to be done. So get all of that situated, get that under there, and once you have everything sitting where it needs to, you can just like push all this down and everything will just kind of pop itself right into place. The little post ports that happen right there. Again, if everything's just right, it'll all just seat itself once you just push everything down. So, a little bit tricky just kind of getting like this section here with the tabs under the wings, but once you get all in place, it pretty much all seats itself. And you got the tail fin here, it'll just kind of drop into a little notch right there. And you can bring these fins down. And we're pretty much at the home stretch. We're just going to take these panels, just bring them in. They will tab into the side. Bring that in. We'll just tab into the side. We have these little sections here. You just want to rotate forward, rotate forward, and the last thing to do is just bring out our landing gear. We have 2 on the wings, and we have 2 in here. You may need a tool to help you get those out. A little trusty spudger. Get that out. Get that out. Get out! And they will tap together right there. And we have a landing gear right up front. Just open that up and flip this out. And there you go. There you have Jester, aka Slingshot, in his alt mode. Get a pretty good spin out of him too. But there he is in alt mode. And it is a very good looking alt mode, in my opinion. Nice looking jet mode here. But let's get in close so we can take a look at the details. You have a nice transparent cockpit. Not like a transparent, it's like an amber color. You see the seat molded in there, the silver trim. Some nice detailing there. You got the nice crisp red and blue stripes there with the black trim as well. Very nice, very crisp paint apps going on there. Got that blue going up the tail fin. Again, all comes together very, very nicely. There is the top. There is the bottom. All these are rolling wheels, so it can roll as flying things should. Hooray for rolling, flying things. And for comparison, here he is with the Zeta Toys Slingshot. So you can see how they fare against one another. Whoosh. And here he is with G1 Slingshot, because again, precious. Oh so precious. And here we have our complete aerial bot team in their jet modes. And again, they look really, really good together. Very good looking set here. So there you go. And as far as his weapons, they can be stored in the alt mode. You just flip the handles up and they just plug into these ports on either side underneath the wings. So plug one in thusly and the other one in more thusly. And there you have your storage. Hooray for storage. And there you go. So there you have Jester, and yeah, a nice way to wrap up this set of aerial bots. Nicely done figure. Good looking robot mode. The backpack could be a little bit, just a tad neater, but for the most part, the robot mode looks good. The jet mode looks really great. It looks nice and clean. The transformation has just a little bit of fiddle factor with just getting kind of the spine of the jet and the wings all in place. A little bit of having to kind of flex things around, which I'm not a fan of, but at least it's not to a scary degree. But all things considered, I think it's still a pretty dang good figure. So there you go. So stay tuned for all the other content coming your way where we finish this set off. And if you'd like this figure for yourself, you can always check out TF Safari. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below so you can check that out. And if you use the promo code 2022 EmGo Review at checkout, you will get a discount on your order. You can also check out the Ethereon playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGames, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Fans Toys Jester, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. You called for me, Prime? Ah, Slingshot, my dude! Look, I've been trying forever to get someone to run an errand for me. Can you do it? Run an errand for you? Of course I can run an errand for you. I'm the best errand runner there ever was. You need an errand done? I'm your bot. You need me to take on the whole Decepticon armada? I'm your bot. You need me to repopulate a planet? That's a little awkward. I'm your bot. Alright, that's wonderful. So listen, what I need you to do is... Oh, what's happening? What's going on? Why are you crying? No, who am I kidding? I can't do any of those things. I'm a loser. But you just said you're the best at everything. I'm insecure, can't you see that? It's a coping mechanism. I'm having lots of troubles processing all of this. Of course you would. No one understands me. What just happened here?